1 meters. Okay, Jose, just start by. I mean, obviously a really cool accomplishment making the cut last week at the Masters. How neat was that for you?
Well, it was a very nice surprise, I have to say. It's been what 7 years, I think, the last time I made the cut, and it was great. It was great to make the weekend, especially on the Friday. That was it would have been Sevi's birthday, and it was a bit emotional in that regard. Plus other things, but it was really nice. I felt proud.
What was the feedback you received coming back here to this event from your fellow?
Well, I mean, I was here yesterday afternoon for a little while, and I think everybody was in a state of shock that I made the cut last week, me included. But yeah, it was. I think, as you said, it was a pretty nice accomplishment.
How do you build off that and carry that into this event, even though it's entirely different?
Well, I was going to say that. I mean, it's a completely different golf course. I played just 6-7 holes yesterday. Obviously, nothing to do with Augusta. Small greens. Greens are firm and fast. That is true, but you have to position the ball here. Fairways at Augusta are much wider, and in that regard, for me, that I'm not the best or the straightest driver in the world, well, that helps over there. But I know that here I need to be sharp off the tee in order to be able to compete for the event. But it's a completely different golf course. I take obviously some positive from last week, especially the iron play, but the driver I need to improve, especially around this golf course.
What did you do well at Augusta that resulted in this?
Well, it was pretty much for me. It's all down to saving par, chip and putt. I know I'm going to miss a lot of greens. I was hitting 5 woods, 7 woods onto most of the par fours over there. The greens were pretty hard, especially on Thursday, and you're going to miss greens. And the key for me was to make a lot of saves, and that's what I did. I chip and putt well last week.
What's it like playing with players that are a lot younger than you at Augusta, but you're still going head to head with them?
Well, I have to say that it's great to watch them hit the ball. It is very impressive. The quality of the shot, the height of the shot, the distance they hit, how straight they hit it, and that is quite impressive, I have to say. When you hit it over 300 yards, pretty much, right down the middle of the fairway with a high ball trajectory, that is quite impressive. And it's great to play with them. You realize how much the game of golf has evolved through the last few years, and well, it's good to be part of it.
Does that give you maybe more motivation to come out here more often and play more and compete more?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I haven't competed as much as I wanted because of my health conditions. I have to take my medication, I have to take my injection every 15 days, and that limits my my number of tournaments. Hopefully, I will be able to play a bit more this year, COVID permitted, and that's the idea, that's the goal, to play more often over here.
What do you think Hideki's win will do for him and also Van?
I mean, he's a very discreet player, I have to say, and he knows his ground. Obviously, it's going to be huge for him, huge for Japan. Hopefully, it won't change his life all that much. Obviously, it will change his career because at the end of the day, majors are the ones that dictate the depth of your career, and in that regard, for Hideki, that's going to be huge. And it was very impressive, especially on Saturday. I mean, he really took advantage of the conditions after the storm, but he held on really well on Sunday, and whenever he opened the door, Schauffele, give it back to him on 16. Unfortunately for Schauffele, because he was making a great comeback, he was putting the pressure on Hideki, and all of a sudden, I don't know if it was a bad shot. I mean, the line was great. I don't know if it was a bad club or a bad contact, but I have to take my hat off to him, the way he handled himself at that moment. right.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jose.